What is up, Spoon? Thanks for being here. And by here I mean in your head, because that's me, the voice in your head currently. Today we will be ranking the original 13 marriage candidates from Stardew Valley. I've married quite a few of them. I've played through 100% of the friendship storylines. I've not gotten to dating and marrying everyone quite yet in my life because I have favorites that I'm constantly going back to. But I do watch a lot of Stardew content. I know their stories, I know their personalities. I, again, have spent like 600 plus hours in this game, probably more. I'm quite excited. I think let's hop in. Here it is, the beautiful tier list and all of our lovely marriage candidates. So here we have S. S is like my favorite. We love this one. And of course, this is kind of just my opinion as well. I'll put that forward just based on vibes that I'm feeling, my personal favorites. I could argue other ones are S tier like in the fandom, but this is my personal list. This is my romance we're talking about. So S tier is like, I marry this person every time. They are my comfort character. I love them so much. When I think about Stardew romances, this is my go-to. S tier is I'm yearning for them. In A tier, we'll be like, I respect this option. I'll go after them every once in a while. They're not my favorite, but I like them. You know, like them well enough. B tier is gonna be just kind of mid. They're fine, could go either way. They're inoffensive. That's a good word for B tier. Inoffensive. Sure, I could see how this would be good for someone else, maybe not for me. And what is their credit score? Maybe we'll like add that in. Chat, every time we start talking about a new candidate, tell me what you think their credit score would be. I'd love to know. And why Shane's at the bottom. Oh my gosh. Okay. C tier is like, I'm probably not gonna marry this person. I don't necessarily hate them. They're not like the worst marriage candidates by any means, but I'm not feeling the romantic vibes. I'm probably very likely to friend zone both B and C tier. D is like, I absolutely cannot. I think there's no one I wouldn't be friends with, you know, out of all these people. I think everyone has good vibes to them. But romantically, like, this would never occur for me. There's a couple of these guys where I'm like, I just can't imagine marrying you. And I don't even think I could go through with doing a whole playthrough where I marry you. I just can't commit myself to that. But yes, I hope that tier list organization makes sense to everyone. I hope that's just. I hope that's fair. With that said, let's rank the Huzz. This looks like alphabetical order here. So let's start with our girl, Abigail. I do like her. Abigail was my first ever romance in the Valley, actually. She was my first marriage. She's kind of an OG. I think I married her a handful of times. I do really like her design. I think that's why I was originally drawn to her. I think over time, I've been less infatuated with her. I've found better in the Valley, but she holds a special place in my heart as my first. I think maybe someday I could go back to her, but she's definitely not my comfort romanceable. She eats rocks, so she kind of a freak like that. Take that either way. I'm kind of into it personally. Like, that's her little quirky thing. I think terrible credit score. I don't think she has a job. I think she does like online classes. I see the vision here. I suspect she'll be in the 650ish. Yeah, if she's like in school, that could totally affect that. She does have a guinea pig, but there's like lore that like Loki, she's a bad guinea pig owner because you're supposed to have like 2. She's also like a baddie. She loves to go into the mines and stuff. She wants to be a monster hunter. But for all those reasons, she's like not my top tier anymore. She was when I first started playing. She holds a special place in my heart. She's gonna go into A tier for me. We absolutely hate Pierre, so for that we need to go smash his daughter, I do believe. Next up is our boy, Alex. I enjoy Alex. I do want to romance him at some point. I think I started a playthrough where I was romancing him, but we never got married, so I don't know his full plot yet. But I do like his story. I'm kind of a sucker for hard shell, soft interior. There's a couple of those on this list here. Our boy's got trauma. He's got mommy and daddy issues, so like that's hype. I love that he learns to kind of take a step back. He looks like he's in large amounts of credit card debt. I don't know. I guess the question is, are George and Evelyn loaded or is he in credit card debt? He seems like he will, and the future of alcohol is involved. No, do not let Alex become Shane. I will cry. I think if we set him on the right course and like marry him, then he's not gonna go into credit card debt. We need to set him straight, you know? We need to be a good figure in his life. Yeah. I don't know, I like his story. I like that he's like a dumb, like he's a himbo. I love a good himbo around here. I think he's the only one I'd straight up call a himbo on this list. I'm gonna put him in B. I would like to romance him at some point. I see the appeal of his story, but the fact that I haven't done it yet after like 5 years of playing this game means something, right? I haven't done it yet. All right, next up is Elliot. I've never romanced Elliot. I feel like Elliot's for the boys. I don't think I could have a relationship with Elliot and feel secure. I like his vibes. I think we could go to the saloon together, and maybe Elliot and Alex, like, I don't know. You see the vision here? I think I'm friend zoning Elliot every time. He doesn't stick out to me. His story's like cute, but it's not super like impactful and deep like other people's stories. So I'm not super into like seeing that through every time. Elliot definitely failed writer with debt. So large, only a fake death will fix it. Maybe that's why he's in the valley. Maybe that's why he's off the grid, high key. But yeah, I've never romanced Elliot. I don't really have the desire to romance Elliot. I see the appeal. I think if I was like a male player, I'd probably have a better storyline with him, but I'm just not getting the romantic vibes. We're gonna kiki it up. We're gonna be girls in the club. So I'm gonna put him in D for now. I'm just not feeling the vibes with him. I can't put everyone in B and C tier. There's no one I truly despise on this list whatsoever. In terms of being my romantic partner, he's not my man's. He never will be my man's. He's going in D tier. Next up is someone else who I've not romanced, actually. I think on paper, I would really like Emily. But I think that's kind of the problem, is she's too similar to me. I'm kind of the weird kid. I am the weird kid. I've been the weird kid. I'm not like into crystals and stuff like that, but I love her connection to animals. That resonates with me. She's a seamstress, she's sewing, she's a hard worker. She's like kind of the breadwinner of her family. I relate to those things. I see the appeal with her like 100%. It doesn't click with me. Also, her cutscenes are kind of too long. Is that a hot take? I don't know. I do not be sitting through her cutscenes most of the time. Shame on me. She's a hardworking, whimsical girl. I love that about her. She's not for me. She's for someone else. Also, her and Sandy, like, they should have their relationship. I can't tear them apart. She definitely has an excellent credit score. I think she does. She probably has a wonderful credit score. She's not like loaded or anything, but she's very responsible. That's like the whole dynamic. I love her as a character. I think she has great moments. Putting her in this tier I'm about to put her in does not mean I dislike her by any means, but in terms of a romanceable for me, she's going in C tier, chat. I don't know. I've never really jived with her romantically. Maybe I would do a run where I romance her eventually, but she's not my fave in terms of romance whatsoever. All right. Next up is Haley. Oh my gosh. Guys, I love Haley. I'm like playing with my hair. I'm being like, guys, I love Haley. Let me just say that right off the bat. I love that she's like mean to you. She low-key hates you. I love that you have to like fight for her affection. You have to bring her the most specific things. She likes things you don't think she's gonna like, and she hates things that you do think she's gonna like, and that's kind of just iconic of her. I love that she just straight up like will look at you and say ew. I understand how that's not for everyone. I do, but I kind of love it. And she has hobbies too. When you play her story, she slowly unfolds her love for photography to you, and it's kind of just beautiful. And I love her whole plot is learning to become responsible and learning to open herself up to new things, and she's hard to romance. My faves are the hardest ones to romance, I'm not gonna lie. I love when they put up a little bit of a fight. Value the challenge. I do. When I play the game, I love that I just like that it's a little challenging. When you're too easy to romance, it's not appealing to me. But with that said, I'm putting Haley in S tier. Her story's just like too good. Her story is impeccable. She is iconic, and I love her. That's all. Next up is Harvey. I love Harvey. Straight off the bat. I think you can tell like the aura I exude when I am talking about both Haley and Harvey. Harvey is a good egg. I love him. He's like low-key the antithesis of Haley. He's like a cowardice little man. He's scared of the world, but he's like a little brainiac, and he's like scared of you, the player. And it's just so cute. And his whole story is about overcoming that fear of talking to you and the fear of like living life. His little hobby is airplanes, but he can't fly an airplane because he wears glasses. So instead he's a doctor. Also, talk about credit score. This guy has the best credit score. There's just no freaking way. You think his credit is terrible? That's fair. I mean, he does talk about how the business is kind of bad in the valley. Okay, I see the vision with the student loans in the med school. I think he's responsible as well. I'm torn between these two modes of thought, Spoon and Fun Guy. He wouldn't be one to talk about it though. I agree. If he does have a high credit score, he's definitely modest about it. And his perfection cutscene is so cute. But yeah, I love him. His story is so cute. I love that his favorite items are pickles, coffee, wine. He's refined. And his design is also just, he's so cute. I'm like having cuteness aggression over him. I think I probably like Harvey a little more than Haley, I will say. So I'm gonna put him at the top. I love them both a lot for very different reasons. As I said at the beginning of this Harvey section, they're the antithesis of each other. What they share though is that it's kind of hard to romance them. You have to find them at very specific times and give them very specific items that are sometimes hard to get. And I think that is at the end of the day why I love romancing them so much, but they both have incredible stories. They have like a full and complete character arc, and that's beautiful. I love that for them. And I guess they both start with H. I guess I like that. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Leah. My last perfection run, I did marry her. She's not bad. I did marry her. I was curious enough to marry her, and I went through with it, and I even went all the way to perfection. Her perfection cutscene does not stand up to my boy Harvey's though, but I do like her story arc. You know, you play an important role in both Leah's career and her romance, even if you're just friends with her. I think she's fine. Like, I could see how people really like her. I think she's like cottagecore lesbian icon. I love that about her. I'm not super resonating with her, I'm not gonna lie. She has good plots, but like nothing about the marriage is super interesting in my opinion. I think her friendship storyline is good enough as is. I think she just needs a pal after, you know, all she's been through. I'm gonna put her in B tier. I'll put her above Alex because like, yeah, I did marry her. I was obviously interested enough to marry her. She has good things about her, but I'm not gonna return to marry Leah at any point, I do believe. I think that's a one and done situation. Her whole thing is she wants independence from her previous partner, and I think she just needs to like take a little break from romance and really dedicate herself to her art. Okay, next up is Maru. I like Maru quite a bit. I've married her once. I'd probably marry her her again. She's an inventor though, and she has a job. She works at the hospital. She's very responsible. She's just kind of a cutie. She's kind of a nerdy little girl. She's a scientist like her dad, but she's like an engineer and she's into robotics. She literally creates sentient life. That's how smart this girl is. And I like her plot. She feels her parents rely on her so heavily that she has to literally imbue a robot with sentience to take care of them if she's gonna come live with me. Like, it's crazy. She learns a lot about life over the course of her story. I like her quite a bit. She's going to go in the top of A tier. I really do like her quite a bit. Also, she kind of got a little mommy daddy issues with the parentification of her, so that's how you know it's good. Speaking of mommy daddy issues, here's Penny. We know this girl got mommy daddy issues. I've never romanced her. I think she's another one where I'm a little bit like similar to Emily, but I do like Penny. She's inoffensive for sure. She's absolutely inoffensive. On one hand, it's nice that she marries you and doesn't have to like take care of her mom anymore. That's like an overlap with Maru's story, honestly. But I just feel like she needs to like spend some time on herself. Kind of similar to Aaliyah's situation. I don't think Penny herself is that interesting. Is that crazy? I don't know. Maybe this is a hot take. Hot take alert. I think the most interesting things about Penny are her story. Oh, fun guy, you like Penny? That's fair. I wouldn't shame anyone for liking Penny at all. Like, she's cute. She works with kiddos, but like, I don't know. She's not like quirked up enough. That's like so funny because Emily's like too quirked up, you know what I mean? Penny's just kind of not for me. I don't know. I think she needs a friend. I feel that way about a lot of people in the valley, honestly. Penny just kind of needs a friend. I don't need to come romance her to save the day. Like, she'll figure it out. Yes, in her plot line, like, that's the thing that does get her to leave, unfortunately, which is so sad. Genuinely, I wish she could leave her house without having romance involved. But hey, it happens. It's okay, girl. I can't judge you for that. It just makes me depressed. I know many Penny lovers out there, and I wouldn't shame anyone for this option. I'm gonna stick her in C. I don't know how many layers there are to unpack with her. There might be a lot that I'm missing out on because I have not married her, but so many of her cutscenes just don't even revolve around her. Maybe that's like the point. Maybe that's like the meta storyline, is nothing ever revolves around her. I just don't feel like I know enough about Penny specifically to be super interested in her. Okay, moving on to our next boy, Sam. I like Sam. His storyline is cute too. He has two ongoing storylines, which I think is interesting. One is his family drama. His dad is off at war. He comes back in year 2 with like PTSD, and he plays a big parental role for his brother. So his role in his family and how he deals with that is really interesting, and I enjoy seeing through. And he also has his plotline with his band. I really like the band plotline. It's cute. It's similar to Elliot's book plotline, but I think it's better done. Like, it's more like threaded throughout the whole storyline. But he's cute. I mean, I could also kind of see Sam as a himbo. I don't think as much as Alex, but I'd put Sam in the himbo category as well. It's so interesting because he has to take on so many adult parent-like roles, but he's also just like a kid at heart, which is really sweet. He's also a good husband, I'm not gonna lie. I need to put Sam in A tier. Oh man. Above or below Maru, I guess is the question. I'm gonna put him above. But I like his plot lines. I'd be very likely to marry him again as well. Yeah, he's serious about the music stuff. It's nice. I love when like your spouse has something else going on that they do. I think that's kind of a through line with this list. Okay, next up is Sebastian. I really like Sebastian. I'm thinking about this. So here's what I really like about Sebastian. I like his plot. His whole nobody gets me thing is like kind of cliche, but I don't know, it's cliche for a reason. Like nobody gets him. His stepdad low-key hates him. His mom does not get what he's into. His friends kind of don't respect his work either. And you know, I think it's so interesting that our character is kind of the first person who gets him, and it's just so sweet. This is another example of hard exterior, soft interior that I really love. He has this little motorcycle thing. He has his programming gig, etc, etc. And he has like his own things he does. He is very much a fully realized person in terms of like his hobbies and his passions. His story arc is like kind of opening up though. And you know, finding someone who allows him to open up, who doesn't just like kind of stick him in a box of what people think he always is, which is so nice. And the other really cute thing about Sebastian is you adopt frogs together. I love that. I love that so much. You get married and he brings frogs into your home, and then there's a little frog habitat in your house now. It's so cute. I really love it. Ooh. I never thought about him as S tier before, but I'm almost willing to do so. I'm almost willing to put him up there, bro. It's the frog. It's the frog plot that really gets me. I also just like that he's edgy, low-key. I'll do it. I'll put him at the bottom of S. I'm insane. I guess I really do like Sebastian. That one kind of surprised me. I didn't think he'd be all the way S tier. Okay. Shane. I'll just say this up front. Shane just needs a buddy. He's going through a lot. I don't hate him by any means, but like this guy just needs a friend, bro. I can't marry him. I don't know. He reminds me too much of like certain people in my life to where like I think marrying him would be a triggering experience for me. I couldn't do it. I can't ever marry him. He has a lot going on. It's not his fault. He needs just a friend in his life. I would feel wrong like coming in there and romancing him. Also, when you romance him, his room is like so dirty, and then there's like beer cans back in the house. Like low-key it feels like kind of he might have relapsed when you marry him, and that's kind of like rough. I don't know a lot about his plot post-marriage. He's not a super responsible guy. I do like his storyline when he starts to recover and he really wants to take care of Jazz, and I love his connection with animals as well. His farm stuff is super cute. I love his relationship with the chickens. He fully needs a friend. I do not feel right when I've never romanced him actually, so I wouldn't feel right romancing him at all. And I just don't know what kind of partner he would make. I think he needs some more growth that he needs to discover within himself and not from me. So I'm putting him at the bottom. I know there's like massive Shane girlies out there. I'm not gonna shame you. I know some people love men like this. That's so fair. For my own sake, I cannot put myself in that situation. Honestly, he just reminds me too much of my father. It'd be a whole thing. I'm gonna be good friends with Shane and help him through his struggles that way. Okay, lastly, Robus. I've actually not romanced Krobus. You don't romance him per se, you become roommates. Because honestly, Krobus is like a sexual icon. Like, he's representation. We love him. We absolutely freaking love him for that. But based on his vibes, he's quite quirked up. I do love that you can become roommates with him. I love that he just like is an awkward little fella. I love Krobus. He is a goofy little guy. Not peak marriage, but I really do love his essence and what he stands for. I'm gonna put him at the top of B tier. Yeah, this is it, guys. Here is the tier list. Honestly, I ranked pretty fair, all things considered. I could have stacked so many more people higher, honestly. But this is the tier list. This is what I think of the original Stardew marriage candidates. We're also allegedly getting 2 more marriage candidates. Concerned Abe just came out with a statement saying the next update there will be 2 more marriage candidates. Assuming that they're people already in the game, I am really hoping for Sandy. I want Sandy so bad, and then other people are speculating the wizard. I know I just said I can't separate Sandy and Emily, but like I will for Sandy. I don't know. Her design is just peak. She's so cool looking. And I think that would also be like a challenging person to romance for sure. And as we established, I love doing that. But here it is. Here's my tops. Here's my bottoms. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I guess. Let me know what y'all think over on YouTube in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Let me know if you like content like this. If you want to catch me playing Stardew Valley live someday, come on over to Twitch. Now it is time for a very special thank you to my memelings, those who have subscribed over on my Patreon. To Spoon Lowful, Captain Kitsune, and Fun Guy, thank you so much for your patronage. You are truly meme-tastic. If you would like to see your name in the special thanks section, please consider joining the Patreon link below. Please also consider subscribing, hitting that like, and leaving a comment down below. Thank you!